So in here, you'll have a number inside. So these are absolute value bars. They kind of look like, they kind of sometimes act like parentheses, but they're super special. So what this says, this is actually a math problem. Okay, it says the math problem is, what is the distance? I'm sorry, what is the, not distance, sorry. What is the absolute value of 5?
Bring your dog.
I know it's pet day. He'll make an appearance a little bit later. Jason, not the best time. Jason, give me like 3 minutes to finish this lesson. Okay, so what is the absolute value of 5? So these bars right here, the math problem is, what is the absolute value of 5? So that's what this says this. What is the absolute value of 5? We don't really write that all every single time, but it's just kind of breaking it down for you. So if I were to have a number line from 0 to 5, what is the distance from 0 to 5 on the number line? How many hops did I take? 5. So, well, I mean, I just drew one, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it was 5 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that the absolute value of 5 is equal to 5, because I traveled 5 little hops from 0 to 5. And that's what this means. Absolute value means the distance from your number to 5. Okay? Okay, so if I have the numbers -3 in the bar, so what is the absolute value of -3? So you have to ask yourself, if I start on the number line 0 and I go to -3, how many hops did I take?
6.
From 0 to -3, there's a -1, there's a -2, so there's 3 hops. So therefore, the absolute value of -3 is 3. Now, my answer is positive because we are talking about a distance when it comes to absolute value. So yes, we are talking about absolute value right now. And we're saying that the absolute value of -3 is 3, because to go from 0 to -3, it's 3 hops. What is the absolute value of 8?
8.
8. Very good. What's the absolute value of -10?
10.
10. What's the absolute value of -38?
38.
38. What's the absolute value of 57?
57. Just go, Mel, you're going a little fast.
Okay. What do we notice? What do we notice about all of our answers?
The question is the answer.
Yeah, but is my question's -10? Is my answer 10? -10?
No.
No. Nicole, what did you say?
They're always positive.
They're always positive. Yeah, and they're always positive because we talk about it in the form of a distance. Mr. Napier, Miss Caffrey, Mr. Chavez, and Ms. Gibson are going to ask you to go run a -mile, right? -1 mile, -2 miles. So they always keep it in a positive form. So distance is always positive. You don't live -5 blocks away, right, from school. So we always consider absolute value. We always consider distance positive. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you something super duper hard. Oh, I don't know if you guys can handle it. What's the absolute value of 3/4?
3/4.
Yeah, 3/4. What's the absolute value of negative 0.35? 0.35. Very good. So even if it's
Even if it's like fraction or decimal. Was that a lawnmower?
no, that was like those annoying cars that have too much noise to them. Sorry.
So even if it's a fraction or decimal, it's still the same answer.
Yep. So it's always a positive. So if Miss Gibson go and tells you go run 3/4 of a mile, she's still going to give it to you in a positive form, 3/4 of a mile. Decimal, same thing. Okay. So no matter what type of number you're dealing with, your answer will be positive. Got it? All right. Now that you're like understanding this, because distance is always positive. Okay? Remember that. Now, we have an exception to the rule. Make sure you're copying down my notes that you see in my notebook. If you came in late, if you fell behind, I am recording this so you can watch it later on in the YouTube channel. All right. So, only time it is negative. So this is the only time your answer is actually going to be negative. I know I just told you your answers are never negative; they're always positive. Well, there's always an exception. So here's your exception. Let's see if you can tell why my answer is going to be negative.
Because there's a negative before the line outside.
Yep. So since there is a negative outside, your answer is going to be negative, no matter what's inside. So if I just look at this, absolute value of -11 is 11, but because there's a negative outside, we're going to put a negative outside. So that's the only time it's negative. So you see here, there's a negative outside. So that means it automatically gets placed over here, like automatically. Just do it. And then, okay, you look inside. What's the absolute value? 5. 5. But because there was a negative outside, you got to put a negative. This is the only time. Only time, kids, if it's a negative outside. If there's no negative outside, then your answer is going to be positive. Answer is going to be positive. Yes.
What if it was like a line that said -5 and then a line and then would it be in the equals what would that be?
A line? What do you mean a line?
So like if it
Miss O'Malley,
Yes.
are we gonna have to send you a picture of the notes?
You're actually going to be sending me a picture of something else you're going to be doing today.
like what if it was like the spread? Like if it was -5 in the same box and then what would that be?
Like this -3? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to check your understanding right now. So what we just did right now, I am going to give you an assignment on it. So if you go to Canvas and you go to after the do now, you will see absolute value level 1. So right now you're going to be doing absolute value level 1. And the password for this assignment is Monday. Make sure you capitalize the M. It won't let you do it if you don't capitalize the M. So right now it's absolute value level 1 and the access code is Monday with a capital M. So we're checking your yes. So do it right now. We're literally checking your understanding of the first part of the lesson. First part of the lesson.
I'm in.
Cool. You don't have to tell me. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, we don't need to know about Halloween. We don't need to know about Halloween.
For the fractions, how do we do it on the test?
You just put a slash.